You've been invited to a party, a vegan party, of course a vegan party.
Welcome to Vegan Kiwis to Pistachio.
And you have some tofu. This is House Food Organic Tofu. It's extra firm. You want that. You also want a seasoner, and I'm going to use Paste Chunky Salsa, and this is medium flavor. And we're going to use Stater Brothers Super Sweet Corn. Now let's get started.
Step 1. Remove the tofu from its container and drain it.
Start off by opening up your container of tofu, the water that's packed in it. Okay, so we're going to open this up a little bit more so we can get all of it out. Then flip it on its back or the front, whichever. Put it about the middle of the plate. Now what you want to do, you want to drain some of it but not a lot. It's going to go in the oven for half an hour, so it's going to dry a little bit. So you have to clean your hands for this. Press down a little bit on it, and what you're doing is you're just getting some of the extra moisture off of it. This is not a very pretty topping. It's got to fold. You're going to flip it on the back. See how flat the back is? That's what you want.
Step 2. Cut the tofu into cubes, but keep it square.
Use the knife of your choice. This is going to be mine. And try to get little squares. If it makes it easier, you might want to first cut it in half. Now, you could use a knife like this, but it's not going to leave you a nice cutting. Like, for example, we should probably cut this on a mat, clean mat. We're going to slide this on it. From here, you're just going to cut it again in quarters. Okay, so it's not exactly even, but it will work. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to cut cubes. So what you're doing is you're cubing it. So see, it would look like this. But you want to leave it whole right now. So then you just push it down and push your knife out. Okay, the next step after this is we're going to...
Step 3. Apply the Dijon Mustard sauce located in the comment section, or hummus spread, or a spread of your choice. Mustard sauce. Follow the steps below for a creamy sauce. The ingredients will be placed in the comment section.
If you saw my stuffed peppers, then you've seen this sauce. This is almost like a Dijon mustard sauce. Put a light layer of it on the top. While this is happening, we're going to go to the oven real quick. Okay, so we're going to bake it. And somebody said 350, and we're going to wait for it to ring.
Step 4. Apply the corn over the top layer.
So after you've got your layer, once you get your layer on top, then the next thing you do is you take your corn and you put over the top of that. Try to get an even layer. You're going to spill some off the top.
Step 5. Place the corn tofu in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 177 degrees Celsius for 30 to 45 minutes. This depends on your oven temperature.
Get yourself a pan. We're going to use parchment paper on the pan. Partially because you don't want to spend a lot of time cleaning your pans. Next, what I'm doing is I'm measuring the parchment paper. The next part's a little tricky. We're going to use our knife and slide it on there. See how I'm doing that? On top of the paper. Slide this thing, slide it like this. And you're going to cook it in as a whole. It's going to go in the oven for 30 minutes. So the oven just came to 350 degrees. Let's put in the appetizers. Make sure they don't slip off in the oven. So there it is. For about 30 minutes. I know that sounds like a long time, but it's a huge block that just came out of a refrigerator.
Step 7. Prepare the appetizer plate. If you're vegan, don't use the red toothpicks. If you're not, any color will do.
So while the oven is baking our appetizer, we're going to prepare a little serving plate, delicate little serving plate. And if you use Q-tips, because we're going to be poking them, that's going to be the item to be able to separate it. You don't want to use red Q-tips if you're vegan. And most vegans know this. The red color comes from a bug, and we don't do that. But the other colors don't come from plants and so forth. So those are perfectly allowable. So I've got some green ones, and I got blue ones, and I got yellow ones. You just have to be careful on your dyes. Okay, we'll be right back, and when we get the tofu out, we'll serve it and show you what it looks like getting ready for our party for tonight. So we're counting down our 30 minutes. We're down to the last. Now carefully open up with an oven mitt and put that on top. And turn off your oven. See, right over here where my finger is? That way you don't leave it on by mistake, nobody gets burned.
Step 8. Use your parchment paper from your metal baking pan and push the corn tofu with a spatula onto the plate.
You want to try to have your parchment paper slightly over the plate. Now if you have a flat plate, not a big deal. You push this across to the plate. Just gently push it over the plate. This. Now remember, don't use the red ones, but you could use alternating, if you can see it, yellow. So this is your complete protein, and you have a little starch on the top, and it's just an appetizer. It's not meant to be a complete meal. And this is one of a couple appetizers I'm going to be showing. A lot of people nowadays have parties to go to. I go to a vegan cook-off where people like me bring food so other vegans can try. We have contests. Very exciting. New ways to cook things. Meet people. So this plate is on a buffet, and I'm gonna just try this portion piece here. So I pull out my toothpick, and here it is. Here's my tofu with my special cream spinach topping and corn, and it tastes like warmed up tofu.
Step 9. The final layer is to use the paste chunky salsa to give a beautiful red topping and taste.
Paste chunky salsa over the top of it. Now you have to be careful here, because you've already made the plate pretty. You could leave it like that, or you could move it around a little bit, or you could do that before you put in the toothpicks. And then as people grab a bite, they'll have that nice taste on it. And this would be a nice little plate to bring to any party, so that you could celebrate someone's birthday, be proud of a vegan cooking that you're doing. And I'm going to try one here with the paste on top. And I think it's got a very nice flavor. It might infuse into the tofu, and it might give it another layer that you might enjoy. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you for my next videos.
Hi, this is Gary. Click the circle on my face to subscribe, or click the upper box on your right side of your screen to check my expanded playlist. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like this video.